What's up, guys? It's KB. Make sure you subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel. Click the bell icon down below so you don't miss a single video from us. And thanks for tuning in to another video from Underground Sports Philadelphia. Now let's get into it.
Philadelphia, baby, you're going to love it. Best sports fans in the world. Actually, the worst, but that's what makes them the best.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome into episode number 607 of Underground Sports Philadelphia, presented by the City of Vineland. It's KB coming at you from Underground Studios and joining me like he does every single week to get your Mondays going. It's the host with the most, the people's champ, and he just choked like his Lions.
I did. I coughed. Choked.
It's Mr. Patty Pitts.
Yeah, Kyle, I actually just thought about this. My Lions really disappointed me this weekend.
You
really
and 95% of America.
Dude, when you have family members texting you about the Lions, and I told you, I texted you this, as soon as Ben Johnson started interviewing, it was the downfall. When you have a coach that's interviewing for other jobs while you're in the midst of playoffs, and not only in the midst of your first big playoff run and actual hope that you're going to end up in the Super Bowl for the first time in, I think, ever.
It would have been
really
ever.
It would have been ever. They're the first team. They're the only team
that's existed in the 58 years of the Super Bowl and have not played.
And yep, there it is. And it was it's just awful. And Dan Campbell even said that, his decision making, he wouldn't go back on it because he's trying to get the upper hand. Dude, I love the balls. I really love your big balls. But I just said I really love your big balls on air. Didn't even, maybe that's my Bonk of the week. I didn't even realize that. No, but you got to use your head too. All right. And the one that's on top of you. And that's why it's on top of you. You got to use this one, not this one. Okay. You got to use this head to make decisions. And the right decision is clearly to make a field goal. Just kick it, at least. Bagley did not miss his entire tenure of being a Lion. And 3 points is a tie game. You go into overtime. Crazy shit happens in overtime. It's really dumb. Really just dumb. And I'm only, I would say, a part-time Lions fan. I got my vacation home in Detroit, if you catch my drift. I couldn't imagine what actual Lions fans are going through right now. Because, God, this is just heartbreak. That I don't
two people who have experience, you don't know when you're going to get back.
No.
You don't know when you're going to get back.
You have no idea when you're going to get back.
We're going to get into the playoffs. We're going to get into the Eagles' new coordinators on Nick Sirianni's staff. We're going to talk some Sixers. We're going to talk some Phillies, or lack thereof Phillies, especially now that it's baseball season because there's no Super Bowl this year.
No Super Bowl.
We'll also have some fun stuff along the way. But before we get into all that, make sure you guys are following us on the socials at Underground PHI on Twitter, Instagram, which we just hit our first 1,000 followers on Instagram today as we record this on Sunday. Let's go. Shout out to the anybody could have gotten it that night video. It's still going, and we've had 2 members of the 2017 Eagles Super Bowl champion roster like the video. Shout out to Vinny Curry and shout out to Donnell Pumphrey. We're on Instagram. Be part of the next 1,000. Go follow us over on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok at Underground PHI and Threads at Underground PHI. Facebook.com/Underground Sports PHI. You can follow me on Twitter at KBIZZL311 and on Instagram at KBIZZLE11. Same thing on Threads. Follow Pitsy on Twitter at Pat_Pitts and at Pitsy35 on Instagram and Threads. Subscribe to the podcast feed. Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Leave a 5-star rating and review. It goes a long way for helping this show continue to grow, helps us hit new milestones, helps more people find Underground Sports Philadelphia and our network as a whole. And, you know, we always like to gas up the pods when we're talking about subscribing on Apple and Spotify. We're like top 1,600 podcasts in the USA in all of sports for
Pretty
this
good.
show. We are a top 13,000 podcast in all of Canada podcasts in general.
Mm-hmm.
And global sports were in the top 2,000 as well. So keep subscribing. Let's get up. Let's keep it going. Still firmly entrenched on the Grecian soccer charts at number 148 is Top Pins.
God love the
And
the Greeks.
Yeah.
So I don't, dude. I'm sorry. This loss is just the brain's melted.
And getting the whole still firmly entrenched in the top 200 on the Sweden golf charts.
I love my Swedes.
So keep subscribing on audio. Leave a 5-star review. It really does help the show continue to grow, helps us get on the charts, and helps more people find the podcast. And of course, subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's where you get full video episodes of this show twice a week, full video episodes of every show on our network, clips, shorts, live streams, original video content. It's all on our YouTube channel. We're at 729 subscribers. Let's keep that pushing. Let's hopefully get to 750 before the end of the month. I know the end of the month kind of creeping up on us here.
It is.
We were trying for 800, but maybe it was a little too tall of a task for you guys. I'm not trying to call you out, but let's keep subscribing over on YouTube. Let's make it happen. YouTube.com/@Underground Sports Philadelphia. Smash that like button, ring the bell icon, leave a comment down below your thoughts on everything Pitsy and I discuss on the episode. And like I mentioned, this show is presented by the City of Vineland. The City of Vineland Municipal Calendar features city-organized, city-sponsored, and city-affiliated events that are of public interest. I mean, the big game has effectively become Vineland's own because 4 out of the last 6 Super Bowls has featured a resident of the City of Vineland in the big game.
That's fun fact. I did not know that fun fact.
Isaiah Pacheco. Let's go.
That's huge, bro.
The Big Dembino was in it in 2019 against your Patriots for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Got the job done and got the dub in 2021. And then Isaiah last year and this year, back to back.
Wow. Out here representing.
It's Vineland's game.
At this point, no other city has more people repping.
And the calendar, which is accessible at vinelandcity.org, is a good way for residents and visitors to build awareness, remain engaged with city government, and participate in local events. You can also follow the City of Vineland on social media via their Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube pages. And through these tools, you can stay connected to the community and get important announcements about programs and services offered by the city. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. A big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast. Pitsy.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
We're going to talk about the games that happened this weekend. But
we
before we
are.
do that, the Eagles have made some hires, and it's brought to you by our awesome merch partners at PHI Apparel Company. The best merch partners in the game. Shirts, hoodies, they got you covered for the Eagles, the Phillies, the Flyers, the Sixers, the Union, and of course, Underground Sports Philadelphia. Our exclusive merch is available only at PHI Apparel Company. Most comfortable hoodies Pitsy and I own, hands down. I'm always throwing on those hoodies like they are the best in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You can get your own when you go to phiapparel.co. And when you go to checkout with your cart filled up to the brim, use code UNDERGROUND for 10% off your merch orders. It's the most effective and direct way to support everything we're doing here at Underground Sports Philadelphia. When you get your merch, tag us, tag PHI Apparel Company. We'll repost it. That's phiapparel.co. Code UNDERGROUND, 10% off your merch orders. The Eagles officially have a new defensive coordinator and a new offensive coordinator. Wednesday night when Dom and I were recording, it was alleged that Vic Fangio was the front runner to be the defensive coordinator for the Eagles. That is official. And former Los Angeles Chargers offensive coordinator and former Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore is your new Eagles offensive coordinator.
Mhm.
I got to say this off rip about Kellen Moore because I saw it today when I was perusing the Bird app. Kellen Moore's good in my book. I don't care that he played for the Cowboys. I don't care that he coached the Cowboys. You know why he's good in my book, Pitsy?
Why is that, Kyle?
Because Kellen Moore, for a brief period of his time here in the football space, back in 2015, on February 18th at 4:32 p.m., a good pal and a big reason why this company even started, Mr. BDN, Big Dick Nick Foles, tweeted, "Looks like my pal at Kellen Moore _11 decided to join Twitter. Thought this day would never come. Welcome, my friend."
Okay, so he's a friend of your Lord and Savior. Got it. Okay.
He
that
and Nick
makes sense.
Foles are friends, to which Kellen Moore responded, "Thanks at," and Nick Foles' old Twitter handle before it was just at Nick Foles. Hope you and your family are doing well. Nice.
That is a classic guy friendship over the internet.
It's just
That
guys
is
being dudes.
That's guys being dudes in a
So
polite
Kellen Moore,
manner.
friends with Nick Foles. Here's another reason why I like Kellen Moore.
Okay.
Eagles 2017 hired Frank Reich from what team, Pitts?
Oh, the Colts.
No. See, he went to the Colts after the Eagles. We actually hired him from the Chargers. He was the Chargers offensive coordinator.
I see where things are connected.
Hired him in 2016 when Doug Peterson came through, and then hired him away from the Chargers. The Eagles then went to the Super Bowl. The Eagles hired Shane Steichen to be their offensive coordinator for Nick Sirianni. Away from what team, Pitsy?
The Los Angeles Chargers.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
Okay.
And then the Eagles went to the Super Bowl. And now the Eagles have hired Kellen Moore away from...
Oh, I know where he went.
At Pitts?
The Los Angeles Chargers.
The Los Angeles Chargers.
Got it. 2 out of 3 isn't bad.
So win the Super Bowl, go to the Super Bowl. I think we're starting to see a trend here. We hired a Chargers offensive coordinator. It's time to go win the Super Bowl again.
That just makes sense. Those are just patterns you love to follow.
I think we were all, as Eagles fans, very frustrated whenever we had to play the Cowboys when Kellen Moore was their offensive coordinator. He made Dak look a lot better than I think Dak Prescott actually is. Not that Dak is bad, but he's not like a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, and I think Kellen Moore at times made him look that way. He's younger. He brings in fresh ideas. He's called plays before, and he's not going to get interfered with like he more than likely was in Dallas by Mike McCarthy. I think this is a great hire. I think to bring him in where he's coming from a team that had 2 elite wide receivers. Granted, he didn't get to use Mike Williams all that much because he was out this year for most of the season. But scheming and practicing with Keenan Allen, big-time weapons on that team, gets a tight end upgrade.
Yeah.
Getting Dallas Goedert in the mix. And then Austin Eckler and those running backs. Hopefully DeAndre Swift is back, and he'll get to use DeAndre Swift in this Eagles backfield.
Well, it's someone who has been around talent and knows how to get the most out of your star players. If you look at those Chargers teams, they've also been pass heavy. That's something that the Eagles struggled with the latter half of the season, was Jalen Hurts completing passes to move the ball downfield and even scoring. The Chargers' issues were not in the offense department. They were in the coaching department. So this is a great move. I love this move for you guys. As the outsider here, I kind of was worried that you weren't going to like it because of the Cowboys' history and, with them. But I do like it from a football scheming perspective.
And I mean, in 4 years as the offensive coordinator in Dallas, this is from CBS Sports, Kellen Moore's offense was second in points per game 27.7 points per game, and they were top 6 in offensive rankings 3 out of those 4 years. With the Chargers,
Pretty
his
good.
offense ranked 21st, but let's not forget Justin Herbert had injured
Out.
hands and fingers all year.
Yeah, no.
The offensive line with the Chargers, terrible compared to what he had in Dallas and terrible compared to what he's going to have in Philadelphia. And let's be honest, like the weapons for the Chargers this year were very hit or miss. Eckler was not good this year. And
Not
I think
good.
part of that is the offensive line. Part of that is Herbert being injured. And you're playing in a division that has a team that's going back to the Super Bowl. I mean, we can also chop it up. We said this preseason when I hopped on Pick Swap Media with my boy Sean Bernard. To quote part of my take, the glazing for Justin Herbert is out of control in the NFL. Justin Herbert's a very talented, very good quarterback. We got to stop giving him this ultimate throne of being an elite quarterback, of being this gift to God of a quarterback, when he has accomplished nothing at the NFL level.
Nothing.
Nothing. Justin Herbert's
Unfortunately, he hasn't.
If we're going based off of rankings of quarterbacks by performance, by accomplishments, Justin Herbert doesn't even scratch the top 10 in quarterbacks in the NFL.
No, Kirk Cousins is ahead of him.
Like, I'm going no order quarterbacks that are more talented and have accomplished more than Justin Herbert in their NFL career.
No order.
Right now. No order.
Yeah, okay.
Patrick Mahomes.
Easy.
Lamar Jackson.
Yep.
Jalen Hurts.
Of course.
I'm just trying to think. Joe Burrow.
But that was my next one.
Tua. I think Tua is done way more compared to Justin Herbert.
Fair.
Tua made the playoffs.
Yeah, Justin Herbert. Yeah. Has Justin Herbert not made the playoffs? No, he's made it once.
Made it once and got bounced.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we have 5.
I think I would take Tua over Justin Herbert right now.
Okay.
Trying to think of quarterbacks going up
Goff.
and down the list. Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Kirk Cousins.
Matthew Stafford. Kirk
Stafford.
Cousins.
We're at 8. Russ.
I mean, right now, C.J. Stroud.
Russ.
Russell Wilson.
I think these last few years
is
for
more.
Russ. But I think he's getting a bad rap because of
Agreed.
his Broncos stint, where I don't think, as much as I'm not the biggest Russ fan,
Right?
But I can say,
I mean, Dak Prescott.
Yeah, Dak is in there. Yeah, Dak's more accomplished.
Aaron Rodgers.
Brock Purdy.
Josh Allen.
Brock Purdy.
Yeah, let's not push the envelope.
Brock Purdy's going to a Super Bowl.
That's fine, well, but there's.
I don't like it either, Kyle. Okay,
we're not going to give that little hobbit any type.
Dude, he looks like a senior at my old high school with his rock coming into school with his nice vineyard vine.
Someone said he looks like Tobey Maguire before he got the spider powers in Spider-Man 1. So
that is so true. That is a very good comparison.
Needless to say, we just rattled off like half of NFL quarterbacks that have done more or we'd rather take over Justin Herbert right now.
Yeah. That's so sad.
Will Harbaugh fix him? Who knows? Needless to say, I really like the Kellen Moore hire. I think it's smart. I think he's a guy that can be around for a while too, and I think the Eagles need that in the consistency department. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon as a head coaching candidate, like he was in the past with Dallas, and a lot of people speculating he was going to be a next head coach type of guy. I think he's a guy that can kind of be playing an even keel and stay in an offensive coordinator spot for multiple years, and that's the hope, obviously. And Vic Fangio is obviously confirmed your defensive coordinator. And I can't wait for Vic Fangio to be here in April and May, crushing beers, watching his fight in Phils, because Vic Fangio grew up in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and is a diehard Phillies fan.
Oh, that's even sweeter to the story. That's
He gave
awesome.
up coaching in Miami and being able to go to spring training so that he could spend summer with the boys at Citizens Bank Park before
That's
football
hey,
season.
that definitely was a contributing factor. That 1,000% was a contributing factor. That's incredible. Oh, that's
Um,
awesome.
and I mean, I've been tired of Vic Fangio disciples in the NFL. They don't work. So go get the guy that is actually Vic Fangio.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. He was in the building last year, and then because Jonathan Gannon's a fucking weasel, we missed out on being able to hire him from the get go. So here we go. Vic Fangio, Kellen Moore, Nick Sirianni. And now it's about getting the
Good.
other coaches correct. And I saw Chad Ochocinco, throwing his name in the hat to be the wide receivers coach for the Eagles because he practically lives in Philly. And you know what? I would take it.
That sounds like something that just seems so fictional and nonsensical. But if you actually have listened to Chad Johnson talk game and talk the position, the dude knows what he's talking about. He's someone that would be an unbelievable locker room guy, players coach, but he knows the game so well too, and because he still follows the game and is in tune, has a hand on the pulse of it. It would be an ultimate vibes move to bring him in.
Like, you're telling me A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, insert third wide receiver here because I don't want to see Quez Watkins on this team next year. Dallas Goedert, even to a degree, are not going
Oh, yeah, with
to
footwork, absolutely.
are not only going to like believe in what Ocho Cinco is saying, but also like gravitate to him in a sense of like, yo, I love being around this guy because he knows the game. He's an OG. Like, he laid the land so that we can do what we're doing right now, but also be able to learn from him and Chad Johnson be able to teach these Eagles wide receivers everything that's in his bag. And like you said, like, he still pays attention to the game very diligently. And I know he was probably like tongue in cheek joking a little bit about it, but I would be all on board for Ocho Cinco being the Eagles wide receivers coach.
You don't line up against Prime every time you see him in public and talk that shit just because you don't, you're reliving the old days. No, like he legitimately thinks he's bad. Like you need that mentality with a coach in this day and age that I know my shit better than anybody. And his legendary status of like all these receivers growing up watch Chad Ochocinco dominate the league to the point where you have Bill Belichick saying we're doubling you tonight. It's game over. Like you're that much of a threat. It's you bring that into the coaching sphere. He's not a head coach. He's not an offensive coordinator. He's focusing on one position, the one position he made an entire Hall of Fame borderline career out of. I'd say why not? I've seen
And I
crazy shit
guarantee
happen.
I guarantee he'd be able to coach up the DBs just as well.
He would coach them up in a different way because of his knowledge about wide receivers. It would just
Mm-hmm.
carry over to the DBs and they just pick off something from him. That's just, yeah, a little apple falling from the branch type of thing.
Yeah, so sign me up for Chad Ochocinco being the Eagles wide receiver
All
coach.
in on it.
But yeah, I would give the coordinator hire grade a B plus. I think it's pretty
Okay.
solid, and now you just gotta go prove it, in the games
Mm-hmm.
next year. Um, so we'll see how that all kind of shakes out. Um, but that's kind of all that's come out of Eagle Land recently. The NFL playoffs have concluded. We got an alleged Super Bowl left. Um, the Ravens couldn't score. The Lions decided not to score
Couldn't finish.
when they had chances to. And as Matt predicted on this show a couple weeks ago, it is a Chiefs 49ers Super Bowl. And Pitsy, here's what I have to say about this
Mm-hmm.
Super Bowl before we dive into just our thoughts on everything. The last time we had this matchup in the big game between the Chiefs and the 49ers, all hell broke loose in the world we live in.
Are you telling me we're going into another fucking pandemic?
I'm not saying that.
I will.
I just don't know what Pandora's box has in store for us.
I didn't even, bro. I totally forgot. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Okay, continue.
This is the matchup that ended the world for well over a year.
A year, like year and a half.
Well over that, and is still affecting our daily lives to this day.
Still, 1,000%.
And now we have to do it all over again.
Dude, you want to hear something? I gotta tell this story because it's on the same verge. So back in September, I was at a lobster party. My best friend, she was hosting one, and her dad
Rock
came
lobster.
up. Rock lobster. Her dad came up to me, and Polish guy. He goes, "Hey, I want money. It's 49ers, $200 Super Bowl." Okay, this is the same man that a year before predicted the Chiefs and won. So he comes up to me and says, "Niners, Super Bowl this year." I go, "You're crazy. Not a chance. There's like 5 other teams." So I was like, "I'll put it in for you, but you got to give me the money straight up because I'm not agreeing with you, so I don't feel like I want to put up my own money." It was fine. Gives me 200. I put it in. BetMGM, no free ads, but that's where it is. And no problem. So tragic news to that. He passed away like a couple months ago. And I don't know what's going on, but I'm feeling some eerie vibes with this playoff run because the Packers should have beat the 49ers, and then some angels in the outfield type shit happens. The Lions basically had the game signed, sealed, delivered. No one signed for it. And then angels in the outfield type shit happens again. Some weird shit's going on. And if this ends up happening, then I might have to start praying to him for Super Bowl advice because I don't know. I'm feeling it's eerie shit, Kyle.
It's really
eerie
weird.
Shit.
It's really weird.
It's really weird. It's really weird.
I just have to say, everybody listening, obviously Pitsy appreciates the Eagles, but he's not an Eagles fan. But
no.
We are welcoming him into the club. Pitts, welcome in. Doors open. Welcome to the club. Drinks are available upon request to the 49ers Hate Club.
Oh, I'm so in now, and that's the problem. That I'm so in on the 49ers hate. Nothing to do with this. This is just eerie shit that's going on. I hate the 49ers because
you see the light now.
Oh my God. I'm at the golf simulator today at Wollaston, and I'm watching the pregame, and they're doing a whole thing about the boombox.
Bro, that was the most cringe fucking thing I've ever seen Adam Schefter tweet in my life.
That was
in my life.
I hate that they do. Oh, I hate not hate that they do it because like.
Did you see Schefter's tweet about that?
No, I've been.
I'm gonna read this to you because it made my skin crawl.
Oh, we don't like that.
It made my skin absolutely quiver when I saw this. And I quote tweeted it. And I love Adam Schefter. I think he does a phenomenal job.
I love Schefter.
But this shit was out of pocket. Adam Schefter. Pittsburgh has its terrible towels. Cleveland, its dog pound. Green Bay, its cheeseheads. And Buffalo, it's Bills Mafia. San Francisco's tradition was born in 2017, unexpectedly and spontaneously, and it has given the 49ers a new level of swag. Get the fuck out of here. You just compared 4 iconic franchises in the NFL and 4 iconic looks, fan bases, whatever it may, identities. To a fucking 2017 giant-ass boombox? Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's not a tradition. That's fucking college frat house dumb shit.
Yeah, I was
Like
doing that in college a
that
lot.
is
Actually.
pathetic. That is embarrassing. I was embarrassed for Adam Schefter that he had to tweet that out.
Well, here's the thing. You mentioned all those things. They're all fan things. You know what I mean? They're all
Literally.
fan things that have
Bills
evolved. Like,
Mafia, Cheeseheads, Terrible Towel, and the Dog Pound.
have you seen the Packers come out with cheese heads on to the field?
Nope.
Have you seen the Steelers wave terrible towels week in and week out? Have you seen Bills players put each other through tables? No, you have not. Because they are fan type things that get the entire entire franchise together, brings them together. This is some bullshit that they're just bringing from the locker room and have no identity for themselves.
It's so fabricated.
Plus,
These 49ers fans on Twitter the past couple weeks, oh, nobody believes in us. We're underdogs. You know, what are we going to do to step up to silence the Bro, you were 7.5 point favorites in this game. You don't know the definition of fucking underdog, you fucking losers.
And you didn't cover.
Absolute clowns.
Okay. I said it on the Foxborough or whatever. Foxborough fellas, whatever podcast I was on Friday, that they would cover. Okay. All right. That's why I'm not as upset about the Lions because I didn't think that they would win. But I knew they would cover, and that's exactly what they did.
So here we are. The 49ers hate club is growing, which is a fantastic thing because the 49ers spent all offseason whining, bitching, and moaning that they would have beat the Eagles if Brock Purdy played. No, they wouldn't have because it was very on point with anybody could have gotten at that game. It was a fucking wrap. The Eagles were not losing that game last year, no matter who was playing quarterback. Here's why it sucks, is that whole notion now, those fucking loser-ass 49ers fans can be like, look, we had Brock Purdy and we won the football game and we're going into the Super Bowl. You almost fucking lost it. If C.J. Gardner-Johnson wasn't waving at 49ers fans up 24-7 in the second quarter, that's going to be on replay forever. Sorry, Lions fans.
It is. It's yeah. SOL.
It has come to a point. It is wild that it's happening in a full season. That the Chiefs were the villains all year. Everybody hated the Chiefs. They hate for whatever reason. And now, a lot of the Chiefs haters, myself included, for whatever reasons, like I just can't stand the grifting of the referees.
Oh my God, they're just they're just really stroking.
This matchup has driven me to say I'm rooting for the Chiefs in.
You're rooting for. I mean,
I have reason to do so from a personal standpoint. Obviously, with
our dog,
my guy Isaiah Pacheco, who no matter what type of Chiefs hate I have for the antics that go on, I root for Isaiah Pacheco to succeed. Clearly. That's my guy.
Yeah.
And obviously Travis Kelce. That's Eagles adjacent. I'm happy for him. I love the embrace.
Adjacent. There you
go. I love the embrace that he and Jason had after the game. And it's just, that's ultimate like brotherhood type shit. To the point where Travis is walking with Taylor Swift and they see Jason and Taylor steps off to the side and lets them have their moment. Like, that's how you know Taylor Swift gets it. And anybody who's hating on the Taylor Swift shit still, grow up.
Yeah, look,
get a grip.
Direct your anger not to Taylor.
She's just a loving, supporting partner who's rooting for her boyfriend.
Yeah.
To play well, the team to succeed. There's no reason for it to continue happening. Like, shut the fuck. It is literally the Mr. Incredible meme. Like, shut the fuck up, please. Just shut the fuck up.
Dude, I had to spend 10 minutes tonight watching this game with my Boston-born and bred parents and uncle, actually. We got a special guest appearance from him. talk about if the relationship is real or not.
It's 100% real. They kissed on TV today.
Dude,
We haven't seen that happen.
Dude, it is. They're like, it's a hoax. It's all this. And I'm just like, my dad is the only one. He's like, it's love. Dickie Pitts believes in love. I love it. Dude, he's like, it's real. They kissed. Look at it.
Look at them.
I'm not like, it's moments like that I really believe sometimes that I'm George Costanza living with his parents. Like, that is, like, it is to a T. The conversations that go on.
7.
7. I want to name my kid a weird name. Like, it's way too eerie.
Terry
parallels. Dude, it's so funny. Like the interactions that we're getting to. I mean, I'm walking in the door and my instead of being like, how's your day, Pat? It's like, are those shoes okay? Like, they're gonna stink. I'm like, yeah, I'll take them off. We'll go downstairs. And I was like, went over to get my legs. He's like, did you shower? And I'm like, all right, like, I'll just
peed on my couch.
I'll just leave, okay? And then you guys just do whatever. All right.
Oh, that's incredible.
Oh my god, but they're talking about friggin' this being a hoax. And I'm like, dude, Taylor just loves this man because he's semi-normal and not this wannabe drama queen, artist. They're too similar. Like, she just wants a dude.
He's a lovable himbo.
He really is. Like, I've hated Travis Kelce more because of the people comparing him to Gronk and whatnot. And when part of maturing is realizing that you can have two things be great and for what they are. And then obviously the podcast helps with me liking him a lot more. I think these two just like each other a lot, and the NFL is just getting in their way. Like, I'm seeing Taylor, the clips of her looking up at the TV being like, please go away. I think she just wants just some sort of stability and not, craze fans and lights and camera all over. And she's like, finally has that with Travis Kelce. Because, I mean, Jason Kelce and his wife, what is she, some sort of professional athlete too?
I think she
or whatever, but she's not like
11-20 a night. She played college sports at Cabrini, I'm pretty sure.
But she's not like megally famous.
No, they met on Tinder.
Like, boom, exactly. That's what I mean. Like, they want something like that.
And their first date, she didn't realize that he was Jason Kelce.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's fucking funny. Like, that she just wants that, and like, that's, if you look at it through that standpoint, then it's like whatever. And then you get mad at the NFL, and we can always be mad at the NFL. That's part of being human.
Yeah. I love the. You know how many people are gonna be tracking a private jet on the big game because Taylor's got a concert the night before in Japan.
Oh my god, dude! It's gonna be like kids watching Santa fly over the North Pole on Christmas Eve. We're gonna have the Taylor tracker. Oh my god, dude! It's gonna be like it's gonna get to a point where like airlines are gonna bid for her to use their one of their planes.
Well, she owns a private jet.
I know that, but what
that's
I'm saying
why there's
is,
the conspiracy theory of why she showed up to the Chiefs Jets game this year, so that when you typed in Taylor Swift Jets, it would just show stuff from the game and not about her private jet.
Really?
Killing the planet and all that kind of stuff from the emissions and all the traveling she does.
Oh, they said the same thing about Kylie Jenner. Dude, if you have a plane, use it. I'm sorry. We're all going to die anyways. Dude, it's fucking 45 degrees in January. All right, I was in a short sleeve shirt and shorts.
It was like 60 here on Friday.
Like, yeah, like, come on, people. All right.
So, yeah, that's the big game. I don't know. At least we have Usher at halftime.
I'm actually very excited for that.
We get the most timeless song of our generation performed at halftime.
Got it bad when your love's gone.
I was talking about yeah.
Oh,
dude, when Lil Jon makes the guest
appearance. It's in Vegas. Oh, it's in Vegas. He'll be there. Oh my god, dude, my parents are gonna freak out. They're my freak out. What? And then you're gonna hear me, the idiot uncle, be like, "Yeah, a little Jon."
Dude, Ludacris.
Timeless. Another dude. Timeless.
Let's see.
Oh, that's
Let's take a
incredible.
look. But before we do, I want to talk to you guys about our friends over at Dead Threads, newest partners, who have the most badass merch in the game. It's very an underground look, and I'm personally a fan. I got my sweatshirt and my T-shirt in. I'm gonna be ordering more from them. Dead Threads. Uh, it's awesome. It takes your favorite sports teams, adds some spooky, scary skeletons to the mix, gives it that underground type of vibe, and I think it's one of the coolest apparel brands in the game. Pitsy, I'm sure you can show off what you've got on because it's actually from Dead Threads.
It is. I'll keep it on. I was gonna take it off and go
Show it to the
shirtless.
cam.
You know what? And let's put the belt down. Thank you. You can. Good. All right. We got my man candy, Dan Campbell. Shout out one of my boys, Will Ellis. I'll give him a shout out here. He was the one who bought me this, by the way. So he's on the Death Threads train. All right. And I think you guys should be too. Like,
Yeah.
look how cute that face. Look at that face. Like, dude, this is
America's failure right there.
what that's dude. Don't you dare.
He failed America tonight.
He did fail America, but failures lead to more opportunities.
But you can click the link in the description and get 15% off your order from Dead Threads, or use code Underground at checkout for 10% off. Either one helps support us, helps support Dead Threads. So go support our newest partner, deadthreads.shop. Link is in the description. Use that to get 15% off your order. I mean, Usher's got some bangers, dude.
Bangers.
Caught up.
Caught up.
Got me feeling it. Caught up. Banger.
What's the other one? There's You Got It Bad. Obviously, I just serenaded you all with it.
Confessions.
These are my confessions.
Confessions Part 2.
Part 2. Here's another. What's the
Burn. Love in this club.
Yeah. Wait, no. I'm trying to think of one.
My boo.
Oh
my god. Fun fact, in 2012, when I was in Mr. Vineland in high school, our like free non-scored dance. Go ahead, let it out.
No, this is incredible. Keep going. Keep going.
Our non-scored performance was Without You by Usher. So there's video of me on the internet dancing to Without You.
I just kind of need to see you doing a choreographed dance.
Dude, I fucking killed it, bro. I fainted in it. Like fake faint, but like that was like part of my choreography.
I thought you were like, yeah, I fainted.
I did one of these. Into my buddy's arms.
The hand on the. Okay.
My buddy trust fall catch caught me.
That's incredible. Oh, that's hilarious.
Box steps. It was elite.
Box steps. Okay.
That was our non-scored dance, and then every Mr. Vineland dances to "It's Raining Men."
Oh yeah, that
Weather
makes
Girls.
They're just fish in a barrel.
Dude, we danced with them. We had umbrellas.
Oh, that's classic.
It's elite.
That's an elite dance.
It's fucking awesome. That song's a banger.
It is a banger. That is a good song.
But I mean, dude, when Yeah comes on at halftime, good night. Plus Usher, one of the best male dancers.
Oh, 100%.
Of our lifetime.
Oh, 100%. So gifted, so talented.
Like, let me look up his full-on just like albums. Because I mean, if T-Pain's performing at halftime of the Ravens game, I'm pretty sure Usher and T-Pain have a song together, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see.
Usher and T-Pain song. Nope, not sing.
Nope.
No songs.
But I mean, it still could happen.
He has none?
I don't think so.
Oh yeah, they don't. Wow. They just have mashups.
Yeah.
Wow. Shocked actually.
Could have had it. Let's see. Who was featured with Usher? There's so many. I mean, I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be a banger of a halftime show. Because Usher's got bangers on deck. But not really excited for the game. I truly, this is the first time. Well, has there ever been a Super Bowl you have just not been excited about?
I'm trying to think.
This
And
this is one of them.
no, this is the most recent one I can think of off the top of my head.
Like
Maybe
in our lifetime of cognizant memories, what was the first Super Bowl you remember watching?
Patriots 2001.
Okay, so we'll go from 2001 on. Which was technically the 2002 Super Bowl. So Patriots,
Yeah.
Rams, Bucks, Raiders. I wanted nothing to do with that.
Yeah, I was more just happy to be at a Super Bowl party.
Uh,
That's really it.
Patriots and Panthers.
Don't need to ask me
I was
twice.
very like meh.
Don't
Obviously Patriots Eagles. I was locked in and heartbroken.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers Seahawks.
I think that's another one I forget about a lot. So yeah, that was one I didn't
Colts
really care about.
Bears.
Yeah, another one.
That one was fun though because it was Peyton Manning and it was like the Devin Hester kickoff return and
Yeah.
Giants Patriots. That one I was just like ugh.
My heart just ripped a little bit hearing that
Steelers
matchup.
Cardinals. That one I was just
That
like
was sick. No, I take it back. I'm gonna say I was excited for that one because
I was
I love the
disappointed.
Cardinals that year. When I say big fan, I liked watching that Cardinals team
Should've
that
been the
year.
Eagles in that Super Bowl too.
Oh yeah, you've told me this story. But
Should have been the Eagles in that one.
And then the game itself was incredible. So
Saints Colts. I was meh.
there's another man one.
But
Drew
Packers
Brees,
Steelers. Giants Patriots again. I was just like, what are we doing?
Another rip of the heart.
Ravens 49ers. I was rooting for the Ravens hardcore that year.
No, I don't know where I was. Oh, I think that was when I liked the Ravens. So yeah.
That was Flacco.
Oh, I love Flacco. I take that back. I love Flacco. So yeah, it was Ravens.
Seahawks Broncos. That was the outdoor MetLife.
Yeah, I wasn't overly excited for it, but I wasn't.
It got boring real quick.
If Manny Ramirez didn't send that over Peyton Manning's head, I think it's a whole different vibe for that game. 100%.
Patriots Seahawks. I was
damn right.
Just like
damn right.
Fuck.
Yeah, you know what you were. You know what you're doing.
I was just there so I didn't get fined.
Yeah. Boom.
Broncos Panthers. That was just a letdown because I thought it was going to be more back and forth.
No, I take that back. That was the last one that I was like, meh. I did not care about that, even though it was Super Bowl 50. I could care less.
The Patriots and Falcons.
Oh,
as much as I hated it, it was an all-timer.
That's an all-time Super Bowl, all-time.
Then the greatest Super Bowl to ever exist was February 4th, 2018, Eagles Patriots.
That was
even you could admit that's just an all-time. No, that's an all-time game.
No, that was a one I was very excited for.
I think we can go on the record and say in the last decade, the two best Super Bowls involve the Eagles.
And that's a biased take.
Not even. Just in terms of back and forth and the high scoring and the moments. Eagles-Patriots, when the Eagles won, was a phenomenal Super Bowl no matter how you dice it up. Sure, it sucked if you're a Patriots fan, but you can genuinely walk away from that and say that was an entertaining that was a back and
forth.
Bowl.
Entertaining. Yeah. I get that. Okay.
And then last year, Chiefs-Eagles, 38-35. If it wasn't for the fucking referee calling the most ticky-tack holding call,
Well, dude, he got the word from the script.
Yeah,
You gotta
script
call it.
writer.
You gotta call
But
it.
nonetheless, entertaining ass Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. It was. No, it was.
Because I mean, the ones in between those two that sandwich both Eagles appearances, uh, Patriots Rams, yawn. That one I was only watching because the boy Jamil Demby made his first Super Bowl. That Super Bowl stinks on ice.
No
And even
comment.
you as a
No,
Patriots
no.
fan can admit that.
I'm just gonna say no comment. We won. That was it.
That game stunk.
I may or may not have been more interested in what was going on at my Super Bowl party
I would have rather
than the
watched
actual
paint
game.
dry.
Well, that's a fun fact. My buddy brought a girl that he was just randomly seeing, like 2 dates maybe, and we put her in charge. For some reason, we put this girl that we've met once in charge of 2 of the biggest meals or plates, we'll
Oh
say
no.
plates, that you could have had at a Super Bowl party. Okay, try. I'll give you one's an appetizer, but like very popular staple of a
Buffalo
Super Bowl
chicken dip.
party. There you go. There's one, and then two's a dessert. Standard dessert, but like every Super Bowl party has at least one of
Cookies?
close. What's the you have cookies and
Ice cream?
no, think more, think bakery still.
Cake?
You, warmer.
Pie?
No, colder.
I don't know. Lay it on me.
Brownies.
Oh.
Her
I was
brownies
thinking
taste
of
like chalk. It was awful. It was so, and the buffalo chicken dip, like, thank God. This is why the champ hangs out with forward thinkers. We had someone else bring buffalo chicken dip too. They were like, "Oh, I'm already making it," because when we told that she was doing it, like, "Oh, I made me." We're like, "Do it.
Yep.
We're gonna eat it. Don't worry about it."
I gotta tell you, New Year's Eve, we do make your own pizza. That's been our new little tradition.
Oh, that's a sick tradition.
CFO Margie, first time ever doing the buffalo chicken pizza. Fucking
Crushed
perfection.
it. I mean, that's what the CFO does.
That's what CFO Margie does.
That's what she does.
But after that Patriots Rams Super Bowl was the last Super Bowl before the world ended. Chiefs 49ers. I was rooting for the Chiefs because I wanted Andy Reid to get a Super Bowl.
That Super Bowl, I'm not gonna lie, Kyle. I don't remember anything after the halftime show.
Yeah.
I was put into a trance, and my girlfriend at the time is like snapping her fingers in my face. I'm like, sorry, honey, J-Lo, Shakira, you don't get it.
Then it was Tampa Bay and Kansas City.
Oh,
that was boring.
It was boring, but the anticipation was. It was hype.
And then we had
Rams Bengals.
Rams Bengals. Shout out to Jamil.
But I still think that had more hype around it or more excitement from different fan bases than this one.
Because it was different.
It was so different. It was just like, you don't have a Mahomes, you don't have a Brady, you don't have a Manning, you
had
any,
an all-time talked about quarterback in Matthew Stafford. You had Joe Burrow, you had Odell Beckham Jr. You had Jamar Chase, right? Jamar Chase played in that Super Bowl. Yes.
Yeah. Because he was open. If Donald didn't get to him, Jamar Chase was scoring that Bengals win.
You had it had so much juice to it, and it was the second straight Super Bowl, that the home team got to play in their home stadium and that kind of stuff. And the boy won a Super Bowl, finally got a Super Bowl Lombardi, so that was cool. And I would have been happy with either result, but I was thrilled that the homie got a trophy and a ring. And then last year was Chiefs Eagles. That fucking the sod father should be tried as a war criminal.
Should. That was so.
I am catching. We got to do some research though, because your theory about coaches taking interviews.
Dude, when am I wrong about this?
We need to go back and collect data. But we will collect data for next week's show and see how on point that is. See what coaches left teams that were in the mix Because it happened last year with Gannon.
This year,
This year, now
Ben
with Ben
Johnson.
Johnson. And the defensive coordinator from the Ravens is now allegedly interviewing for a commander's job as well, or some other job. I forget which team.
Why do you think the Patriots didn't lose Super Bowls? It's because, and Josh McDaniels was always the talk. McDaniels didn't take any interviews. I want to shit on the guy as much as the next Patriots fan, but the one thing he did right was that he did not take interviews during playoffs. And if he did, it was the years they lost. I'm telling you, you don't stop doing your job right now because another opportunity is looming, because that opportunity is going to take that energy away from you. And then your work that you're already working at suffers from it. You can't do it.
Yeah, we got to do some research to see and collect enough data to see
I
what
think we
lines
have
up.
something here. I think
we
we
might
do.
be onto something. I like where your brain is at there. It's a good theory. But yeah, I mean, football season's over for me. I could not care less about this matchup.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't. I'm gonna, obviously, as a football fan, you watch. It
Am
basically
I
is the.
though? Am
Oh,
I
I
gonna
am.
watch?
I'm gonna watch. What? It's a Super Bowl. What? The Super Bowl. You watch Super Bowl every year. That's why I love being an American. It is the only, I think,
We had a chance
nationally
for something
recognized
really
day.
cool if the Lions won too, because it would have gone full circle and it would have been the fucking opening night matchup as the last game of the year.
Oh, why? Why did we? That would have been so cool. Oh, that would have been awesome. Oh, I just got an idea in my head though, but still, that's awesome. Why'd you do that? I hate everything. I
Yeah,
hate everything.
I'm as Bill Belichick famously said, we're on to baseball season. We're on to baseball
In
season.
some nonsense galaxy, he said that.
It is we'll talk some ball or the lack thereof, and it's brought to you by our pals over at Tomahawk Shades, the best small batch eyewear in the game, from sunglasses to blue light glasses to those ski goggles, and of course prescription lenses. Tomahawk Shades has you covered for a fraction of the price of the big eyewear companies. Download their app as well. The app interface is fantastic. It's in the App Store. It's in Google Play Store. Download that app. Fill up your cart with sunglasses, with blue light glasses, and everything in between that you need to keep your eyes protected for just unbelievable quality at a fraction of the price of the big eyewear companies. And when you go to checkout, use code USP for 25% off your order at tomahawkshades.com. That's tomahawkshades.com, code USP for 25% off your order. The only bit of baseball news that has surfaced is that my Lord and Savior and my biggest want for the Philadelphia Phillies this offseason for the bullpen and Hector Neris has signed a 1-year, $9 million deal with the Chicago Cubs, leaving the Houston Astros, so he's no longer a member of the evil empire, which is fantastic. And he's now in Chicago, and I'm sad because I really wanted the Phillies to bring him back home where he belongs, and he would have made perfect sense in this bullpen. And we're at the point in the offseason, Pitts, where I quote tweeted Jet Passon's tweet about Hector Neris signing there with the ever famous Eddie from Stranger Things season 4 Chrissy wake up scene, but it is Davey wake up, because Dave Dombrowski needs to wake up and get some help for this Phillies team.
He needs help. It just feels like not a lot of teams are doing anything. It just seems like it's a lot of nothing. And I'm feeling it on the Sox end. I mean, to a way
It's been
worse
such a
extent,
slow, like Blake Snell and Jordan Montgomery are still free agents.
Yeah, we said that last week. Nothing's changed.
It's January 28th when we're recording this.
Yeah, and they're still free agents, and spring training is in like less than a month away.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
pitchers and catchers report, like, first team workout for the Phillies is Valentine's Day, February 14th.
And
about
what
2
are we
weeks
doing?
from now.
Like nothing.
Reese Hoskins has officially signed his deal. We talked about it on Wednesday.
Yeah,
it's official.
I felt bad about that one for you guys. I did.
That hurt. I gave a nice little monologue on Wednesday's live show and on the episode that's most recent. Go check that out. But it stings nonetheless. I still haven't watched the 3-minute and 38-second video that the Phillies put out about Rhys Hoskins because I know I'll cry, so I need to be in a dark room by myself and prepared
exactly.
for that.
No, I get it. I get it.
But I love Rhys Hoskins. I love Jamie Hoskins, his wife, as people. And I am just very sad that they are no longer in the Phillies organization for now. But I am on the record putting this out there that Rhys Hoskins will wear a Phillies uniform again before his career is over.
Yeah, I could see it. Absolutely could see it. There's so much turnover
He'll be
now
back. He'll
in
be
sports.
back.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you there.
The Milwaukee Brewers, though, there have been people who have been tried for much less of crime than what they did announcing Rhys Hoskins as their most recent free agent signing. Did you see the video?
No. Didn't they use him in
They use the ever famous will never go out of style Rhys Hoskins bat spike from the 2022 playoffs.
I did see that then. Yeah, I did. Okay.
The Braves, and when he spikes the bat,
it changes to Brewers
uniform, which
that is
from an outside social media perspective,
brilliant.
Good use. Well done. But there have been people who have been tried for much less crime and given a much harsher punishment. The Brewers committed a war crime there, and I didn't.
You see a rivalry viewing?
I see what you
did.
A
little there. Rivalry.
I see what you did there.
That's accidental. That's the champ. That's the champs. That's what I do.
See, it won't be hatred towards Rhys, obviously. Although we used to be a proper society, the Brewers soft retired the number 17, and it hasn't been worn in years. And now Rhys Hoskins is wearing number 12, which is what he wore in the minor leagues with the Phils. But we used to be a proper society. Let the man wear his number.
It's not retired, right?
Yeah,
it's not.
No, it just hasn't been worn since whenever.
But who was number 17?
You're the Brewers.
Who was number 17 on the Brewers? Was it Robin Yount? But his number would be retired.
It was. Pulling it up here.
You know what I mean? It just makes no. Okay, here we go.
So this comes from reviewingthebrew.com, which is Fansided's Brewers website.
Mm-hmm.
The Brewers have not given out jersey number 17 since Jim Gantner retired. Most Brewers fans are at least generally aware that the answer to the above question is Jim Gantner, but what makes him so special that his jersey is effectively retired without hanging in the rafters? Well, there you go. It's not fucking retired, you fucking
Who the
clowns.
fuck is Jim Gantner?
Let's see. Gantner was the, quote, heart and soul of the 1982 American League champion Brewers. So here's red flag number 1. You're in the National League now. And of all those Brewers teams he was on, he was beloved by his teammates and the fans of his as the hometown kid. He's not even a Hall of Famer.
Dude, you have to be a sad organization. I'm sorry. You have to be a sad organization if you're not letting this man wear his number, not even retired, and he's not even a Hall of Famer anyways.
But the Brewers still recognize Gantner's career and have treated his number as if it were retired as a show of respect to his 17 years with the organization as a beloved, scrappy hometown kid. Oh, please, bro.
Then why not retire it? What are we doing? That's just you not wanting to do any extra PR work or have any fun events at your stadium. That's just really what it comes down to.
They say that retired numbers are reserved for Hall of Famers.
Okay, well, you know what,
Break
Kyle?
your rule. Break your rule.
I think that segues into a great question that I asked you the other day.
Oh boy!
Because we had the Baseball Hall of Fame, which I still don't know who was fully inducted except for Adrian Beltre.
It was Adrian Beltre, Todd Helton, and Joe Mauer.
Yeah, my dad didn't even know who Todd Helton was, and I was actually appalled. I low-key
He
was.
is one of the few Rockies legends that could hit on the road.
A Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Like
He had like a
essentially.
287 batting average on the road for his career.
That is actually insane. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty good. But we used to talk about this. Shout out to the media suite at Quinnipiac when I was in student media all those days. We asked this question, and I bring it up every year. Would you rather have a Hall of Fame vote or host Saturday Night Live for an episode?
This is wild. Which to this, Pitsy and I were talking about this before we started recording. Very much like, I'm sure there's some crossover listeners, like the Rights to Ricky Sanchez has their jigsaw questions that are like the would you rathers, but they're all kind of like harsh and like crazy. Ours will not always be like this. I want to implement this onto the show. I think it's a fun segment to do every now and then. Not every episode, but to have it pop up. Leave in the YouTube comment section a name that we could give this to for a would you rather segment, whether it's pertaining to the underground, to graffiti, our aesthetic in a way, or if something just comes to mind that makes sense, leave it in the YouTube comment section. We will read them and like determine if we'll use it. So Hall of Fame, and is this just for baseball or any sport?
We started with baseball, but we expanded it. I'm gonna stick it with baseball for now.
Okay. So here's the reason I'm gonna go hosting SNL.
Okay.
My single ballot voting for the Baseball Hall of Fame would not shift the generational imbalance we have with the Baseball Hall of Fame voting. So I am going to host SNL because that is as close to a once in a lifetime opportunity that you can get. Like, that is a bucket list moment for anybody in the entertainment, music, or adjacent space. And it would just be really fucking fun to be on that stage with some brilliant comedians, brilliant writers. Yeah, I'm hosting SNL over a Baseball Hall of Fame vote.
I'm taking the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Your reasoning being?
I grew up pretty much listening to talk radio instead of music on the radio.
I mean, so did I.
And it's just like baseball. I say this all the time. It's my first love.
Same.
The Red Sox were the first team that I fell in love with, and I just want to have a Hall of Fame vote. I want to be someone who is making picks for who should go into the Hall of Fame because I believe that I know the game. Not maybe the game itself, but the sport. I know it better than the people who have the votes now. And even if my vote doesn't sway, like you said, it's not making it generational. I think that mine would at least be in the right step of changing it. I'm a revolutionary.
Here's
Kyle,
my
okay?
other
I'm a
portion of this.
revolutionary.
That,
Yeah.
Starting a company like this has afforded me a number of opportunities. Not that it's Hall of Fame, but I do get to vote in year-end awards in a certain league. So, so having that privilege with the PLL is something I don't take for granted, obviously, but I've gotten that opportunity to have a vote towards something, and I love that opportunity, and I will cherish it as long as I have the opportunity to do it. But I can't. I would never turn down the opportunity to host SNL because your name is out there. You trend, whether it's good or bad, and no matter if you're good or bad, it's good publicity for you and your career. So yeah, and I mean SNL is something that like me and my friend group talked about like in our like high school years of being like, how cool would it be to host SNL and be the person that says, "Ladies and gentlemen, musical guest here."
The Weeknd.
If you hosted SNL, who would the musical guests be? If
Oh,
like, who would you want to be the musical guest?
oh man. Okay, dream pick, and it would never happen, but this is me. Slim Shady. Come on, dude. You kidding me? Eminem is arguably my all-time favorite artist. I grew up listening to him more than anyone, even more the rock music. So I mean, the easy answer is him. You know what I've been listening to? I've been listening to some weird shit like Motionless in White, Falling in Reverse. Those would be cool, but I don't think that's SNL vibes. Um, I'm trying to think of like a top artist right now.
I would love to do my best Christopher Walken impression and be, ladies and gentlemen, Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
Have you ever heard that story
Wait, which one?
about Christopher Walken and Foo Fighters on SNL? And
No, I've heard
how
the one with
he asked Dave Grohl how the
Oh yes, I have
pronunciation
heard this. Yeah, where's the pronunciation?
Is it Foo Fighters or Foo Fighters? Dave Grohl's impression of Christopher Walken is one of the funniest things ever.
There's another story about Christopher Walken that has me dying laughing about.
So I would love to pull a Foo Fighters on SNL.
Foo Fighters. I love
Lil Wayne would be
oh my
amazing, greatest rapper
Lil
ever.
Wayne.
T-Pain. I've been on a huge T-Pain like Revolution tour over the past like year or so. So to have T-Pain host SNL or be the musical guest on SNL would be amazing. He has been the musical guest before on SNL as well, so he would be somebody that has a rapport already there.
Mm-hmm. Dude, like Daft Punk, I would absolutely love. That would be so funny. Daft Punk, ladies and gentlemen, Daft Punk.
I mean, one of my more recent like musical enjoyments has been my guy Jelly Roll, who was on the Royal Rumble
Jelly
broadcast.
Roll would be sick. He was.
To introduce Jelly Roll would be awesome, and to have Jelly Roll on SNL would just be so cool. AJR is like one of my bands, and they're from New York, so like to have that there would be awesome. There's so many.
Ladies and gentlemen, Waka Flocka Flame.
Brick Squad!
I'd lose it. That would be so funny.
A whole lot of money.
Putting on a match. Bad bitches coming. It's a party. It's a party. It's a party. That's what it is when I'm on the show. It's a goddamn party.
And I mean, obviously, Meek Mill for my Philly.
Oh my God. Meek would go hard.
It'd be awesome.
Did I ever tell you that I hosted an SNL version of the Quinnipiac student media department? They put on their own. Oh, Kyle. It's quite entertaining.
So this is where Stephen McAvoy's brainchild for our YouTube video comes from.
What? I'm lost, but okay.
He wants our YouTube channel trailer to like showcase everybody that works for the company to be SNL style.
Okay.
Like
yeah, we had our own
SNL.
Yeah, we had our own it was called Quinnipiac Tonight, and they would ask different people on campus who were involved in stuff to host it, whether it be professors, they had athletes, whatever. And they asked me to do it. Obviously, well-known face on campus. Everyone knew the champ. And the opening sketch to the show, because I had the holiday episode, obviously, was me dressed up as Santa outside the bookstore, and I had to ask people to sit on my lap. And I had people sitting on my lap and like asking what they want for Christmas. And oh my God, there was a lot of other skits too. I had to write my own monologue. Oh, it was a lot of fun. I took pictures. I did my own little photo shoot like that. Dude, it was a really fun time. I would like to do it again on, the real world. But I want my Hall of Fame vote.
So there you go. Leave it in the YouTube comment section. One, what we should call our would you rather question, and then would you rather have a baseball Hall of Fame vote or host SNL? The 76ers, Pitsy. It's brought to you by our pals over at FOCO.
My captain's hat should be on the way.
Let's go.
I had to get the Patriots one because the Lions ones were out of stock. I get it. A lot of buzzing around Detroit right now. But we got our Patriots captain's hat. Captain's hat. I wanted to get a Phillies one because I've been playing a lot of Mario. And I saw, obviously, Mario has the M on his hat. I wanted to get the captain's hat and have the P. And then it could be like my Mario, Captain nonsense, all that. But we got the Patriots one. It's coming in. Let me look at
It's funny that we just did our Would You Rather because Christian just texted me one that I can bring up for next week.
Hey,
I already have my answer for.
Let's go.
The Sixers, FOCO, they've got everything that you could imagine under the sun to showcase your Sixers fandom or your favorite team in general's fandom. It's fans only, forever collectibles. And Pitsy, you know what they've got now in stock? Limited edition collectible Team Beans player bears. Just like those classic ones from back in the day that everybody thought was going to be worth something. These ones probably will be. Team collectible bears, and they've got the Team Tumbler cups. Everybody going crazy for those big name brand ones. Get one with your favorite team on it.
Yeah.
For probably way less than what you're paying there. They've got these awesome things too that are called Brixels, that are like mini bricks that turn into something that looks like a football helmet, a stadium, looks like those famous other brand bricks that you grew up playing with as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
These look awesome, and I may have to order some of these when it comes to the Philly sports space because these look so cool. They've got helmets, stadiums, like they've got Alabama's stadium that you can build.
That's cool.
So much awesome stuff here. Click the link in the description. Upgrade your forever collectibles. Maybe we'll order some of these Brixels and we'll do live streams of building them if we get to certain subscriber counts.
I'll do it. I got to learn how to build stuff anyways.
Let's see if they've got the fight-ins in here. They got a Fenway Park sign, like a Stadium Street sign.
Oh, we need that.
They've got a Fenway Park that you can build.
Oh, I love that.
Let's
my
see.
favorite my favorite sports arena ever.
Where's the fight-ins? Bro, I got to order this one for the brand. They got Michael Franco in a Phillies uniform. That's my guy. I still have residency on Michael Franco Island. Oh, they got this one for you, too, so you can relive the glory days. They got Mookie Betts in a Red Sox uniform. $20.
Everybody hurts sometimes. That's what plays in my head every time I hear his name.
Is Franco really the only Phillies one they have? That's
kind of funny. That's kind of
insane.
Is Mookie Betts the only Red Sox they have? Probably.
No, they got Fenway and everything.
Oh, true. Okay.
But yeah, these Brixels look awesome, and if we hit a certain amount of subscribers, we'll order a couple and we'll build these bad boys. I think that would be fun. What do they have for the? Let's see what they got for the Eagles, if they have anything.
If they
before
have
we
anything.
keep it pushing. Let's see.
What?
Yeah, they got an Eagles football that's sold out, unfortunately.
Well, it's just hotcakes.
They have a mini Lincoln Financial Field.
Okay.
An Eagles replica helmet that you can build. They have, it's a bummer. They have Swoop, but it's sold out. And it's like a bust of Swoop. I'll sift through the other teams too. But click the link in the description. Upgrade your forever collectible. Shout out to FOCO. They're the best in the game. Pitsy, the Sixers, Joel Embiid is catching a lot of shit from Nuggets fans because he didn't play in Denver this most recent game.
Why is that?
Knee swelling that he's been dealing with pretty much all season.
Okay.
And Denver fans think that he's ducking Jokic. He's ducking playing against the Nuggets when just last week the Sixers played the Nuggets and Embiid won the game, dominated against them.
70 points.
And, well, that was a different team that he got the 70, but
Okay.
dominated the Nuggets. But Nuggets fans shouldn't be talking because B-Ball Paul absolutely ate Jokic's lunch in this game. B-Ball Paul had 30 and 13, bro, against Jokic.
That ain't bad. That ain't bad, bro.
And the Hospital Sixers, because, mind you, not only was Joel Embiid out, Pitts.
Yeah, I did hear this. I'm going to ask you about this. It was like in just the scrubs, like the bad.
Tyrese Maxey was out. Tobias Harris was out. Mo Bamba was out.
Mo Bamba?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Colin.
Do you want, that is my, like, you want College Pitts to come out? Play that song. Play that song.
They play it when he comes into the games.
I will transform into College
like
Pitts.
My man Mo.
That's like frat bro. Oh my god, I'm a disgusting human.
Yeah, I'm Pat Pitts and I'm getting really rich. Here's the thing. Joel Embiid's not ducking Jokic. He's not ducking the Nuggets. He's got a legit injury that he's been playing with and still performing at an MVP level with.
Yeah.
He hasn't played in Denver since 2019, so that's another thing that everyone's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And then we had this reporter that really grinded my gears. Really grinding my gears, Pitts. And I think you're going to be on the same page as me as somebody who's been in press conferences, who has spoken to coaches and players as a member of the media.
Mm-hmm.
This really irked me, and it's not even from a fan perspective of being a fan of the Sixers and a fan of Joel Embiid. It's from a professionalism standpoint, and anybody who knows me knows I am an advocate for making press conferences more fun and making press conferences a place that isn't so button-up suit and tie, but there's still levels to it.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Shapiro.
Related to Ben?
Shapalicious on
Is he
tweet.
related to Ben?
Who knows? He might be. He's an analyst for denversports.com. Asked Nick Nurse after the game a question that has me paused, as you guys can hear and see.
Yeah.
Questioning Joel Embiid's character for not playing in Denver.
Oh.
I want to pull this up, so I'm going to... So here's the question that Jake Shapiro decides to ask Nick Nurse in the postgame press conference.
Is there a pattern with him not playing here in 5 years? It's not a reflection at all on his character or him as a player that he seems to miss this game every year?
I wouldn't say so. Okay. What would you say this
Like, you left Nick Nurse speechless, and like, what kind of question?
You left me
is that?
speechless.
What
you
kind
left
of
me
fucking question is that to ask in a press conference?
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by it's just kind of coincidence.
Literally.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think Joel Embiid is ducking anybody.
It's the most ridiculous, coincidental thing that Nuggets fans. I don't know why you hate Joel Embiid so much. Because your guy, who you champion, Nikola Jokic, very talented basketball player, has won 2 MVPs and an NBA title. Why are you still mad at Joel Embiid? You got yours. You got yours. Like, it's 2024. Nuggets fans need to grow up. I've seen... it's disgusting, some of the stuff I've seen certain sections of Nuggets fans do, specifically to my boy Josh Reynolds on the tweet machine. It's a fantastic follow. Big-time Sixers fan. Has a great podcast as well. That's Ball Folks. These Nuggets fans, dude, Josh's dad passed away a few years ago. And these Nuggets fans go-to in the replies is just to attack Josh about his deceased father.
Yeah,
It's
that's
disgusting.
real smart. That's
it's
real
disgusting
smart,
behavior. So yeah, Nuggets fans, grow the fuck up. And your team almost got bodied by the hospital Sixers.
That's even worse. It's even worse.
To which was very funny. I saw like the graphic of all the Sixers that were out, and it said it showed all their injuries, and it was like, "This is your body when you turn 30." And I was like, "Can relate, can relate."
Yeah, not there
Can
yet, but I'm
relate.
scared. I'm scared. I'm scared for that moment. I really am.
I can relate. Should we do a little brinking, bonking, and bumping bits?
I think we should bring Bonk.
The NHL is headed to the All-Star break, and the Flyers certainly need it. But Brink, Bonk, Bump, brought to you by Kenwood Beer, the official beer partner of Underground Sports Philadelphia. It's a refreshing light beer, just 4.1% ABV, only 120 calories, just 8 grams of carbs. You can go to kenwoodbeer.com, use the Kenny Finder to see who's got Kenwood Beer on tap in the Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Maryland, and New Jersey areas. You can also get it at your local liquor store in those markets. Must be 21 or older to do so. And, of course, please drink responsibly. And check out their storefront on their website at kenwoodbeer.com because they have awesome pint glasses, great apparel. Pitsy's holiday is right around the corner. They got the Kelly Green Kenwood sweatshirts.
Oh, the holiday that made me famous.
Get you all set for
Holiday that makes my entire
for
region
St.
of the
Pitsy's
country
Day.
so happy and so, oh my God, it's another breed of craziness.
They got the Kenny Patch hat, some awesome shirts, stickers. Go to kenwoodbeer.com. Check it all out. It's fire. It's absolute fire merch. And they're the best. Shout out to Kenwood Beer. Like I said, 21 or older to do so. And, of course, please drink responsibly. Pitts, it's been a while since we've done one of these, but I feel like it has been a very Brink, Bonk, Bump type of week. We'll start with our Brink, Bobby Brink. Call him back up. He doesn't need to be in the minors. Get him back up on this Flyers team because we need you, Bobby. We need you. But, Pitts, what was your Brink of the week? Who was money for you?
Who is money for me? I'm saying, dude, Royal Rumble. Are you kidding me? It's Royal Rumble season. The Royal Rumble was awesome, and it made me even more excited to travel down to Philly. That's the whole purpose of the show, is to get you excited for the Super Bowl in April. All right, and it did exactly that. I am so excited for it. Wrestling is so back, and I keep telling people this, and they're like, you're just a fan trying to get me to be a fan. And I'm like, no, in like 2 or 3 years, and this is why I'm being actually legit about it, like 2 or 3 years, you're gonna see an absolute bash of wrestling get back into pop culture with all the crossovers and whatnot, and it kind of having that attitude era feel, but with social media. It's so back, and the Royal Rumble did that for me. It's so back this week.
My Brink, who was money for me this week? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's see. Who was money for the kid? Man, this is tough because not a lot of things were money this week. Not a lot of oh, you know what was money for me this week, actually? You know what was money? No free ads, but shout out to Angelo's in Philly. Had my first trip to Angelo's, got a cheesesteak at Angelo's, arguably top cheesesteak in the city, and guess what? Hard to argue against that. Angelo's cheesesteak was phenomenal. Shout out to them. Amazing. If you have the chance to go. They're old school. You can't call ahead. You got to go. It's cash only. We love that.
We love cash only.
So Angelo's in Philly was my Brink of the week. Pitsy, I have a feeling we're going to have a collective bonk of the week.
I think you should say who you think it is so you can...
Should we do a 3, 2, 1?
Sure. All right. I think it would be wrong, but okay.
3, 2, 1. Sydney Sweeney.
Twitter host, Sydney Sweeney. Oh, yes, dude. Oh, well, I was saying Twitter You were saying Sydney Sweeney. You
It's
put that
there.
together, and you get a bonk sandwich because that's exactly what it is. The amount of times I've seen the
It's a hilarious meme format.
It is a really hilarious meme, and the fact that someone clipped her reacting to the spice.
Have some shame.
Oh my god! I went. You can't. I was like,
the
that
like to bookmark ratio was vile. Vile. The last time I saw that tweet show up on my timeline, it had over 25,000 bookmarks. Have some shame, you fucking cretins. It's unbelievable.
All right, I'm gonna say something. All right, hand up. This might be the bump of the week, but all right. I don't get the Sydney Sweeney hype.
I get it.
I don't.
Like,
I'm sorry.
Famous TV show she was in. She's very attractive.
Yeah, very attractive. I could say that. I know ball, but like, is she someone to goo goo gaga over? Yeah, maybe.
She's like that. Like, she's like the Hollywood it girl. She's the next it girl of Hollywood.
I just see her being another very attractive, beautiful blonde in Hollywood. There's like an abundance of them.
But she's gonna start showing up in all these movies and everything now that she got Euphoria and that's another reason is because she was in Euphoria, which is just a bonkable show to begin with.
It screams bonk.
But
Jesus,
because she got so popular from that show, she's gonna start showing up in all these Hollywood films and other opportunities now, and she's gonna be in your face 24/7 as like the next it girl, which like she's talented. Not gonna put that past her, but that's why. Because she got famous. She got that one show, which is all you need in Hollywood.
That's all you need is one.
Her career is now.
Like, I'm not...
Plus, like you're not a nobody if you're on Hot Ones at this point.
Exactly.
Which I have to say, her performance on Hot Ones was A1.
She did a good job.
I was kind of blown away by like how long it took for the spice to kick in for her to be like, holy shit.
Interesting.
I was pretty impressed.
I just can't get over the video of her saying, "Oh my god."
Hot Ones is one of my favorite shows on the internet too. Shout out to
it's a very good show. It's a great internet show.
So we're saying the Twitter collective.
Twitter Sydney Sweeney outbreak is like what I would call it, because I'm on your side. I wouldn't say. I mean, yes, it was her. That was the most like bonkable thing of the week.
Hands down, it was ridiculous,
absurd.
Who's your bump of the week? Who's got to take a seat and sit down? Oh no! No!
Listen, I'm upset. I'm upset because you gotta kick the field goal. All right, I know, Dan. I said it. You got big balls. They're great. But that's a bonk of the week. But you got to use your head, man. Like I'm so like, you are 2 smart decisions away from playing in a Super Bowl. You had 2 opportunities where you kick a field goal, you're in the driver's seat, and you try to go big because that's what got you there. But sometimes, playing it safer is the better move. It is the better move, and I have to say, take a seat. Because everything else this week's been pretty. I mean, I've been dealing with a lot of crazy news in the wrestling world and Patriot stuff. But it's for sure Dan Campbell's getting my bump of the week.
My bump is the NFL logo conspiracy theorist for the big game. You Nimrods, sit the fuck down. That's the one takeaway from this happening. Is that whole thing is debunked. It's gone. You fucking clowns. Sit your asses down. SMDFTB, if you know what that stands for, good for you. I'm glad that shit is fucking over because my God, was that exhausting. Seeing that graphic pop up week out, like week after week after week in and week out. It was
Murdered your eyes.
truly one of the most annoying things of this NFL season. So I'm glad that the NFL Super Bowl logo conspiracy theory is dead. And
Me
those
too.
conspiracy theorists can take a fucking seat. You're my bump of the week. Here's one thing, too. So our Brink bump, your Brink was Royal Rumble. Mine was Angelo's. Our collective bonk was the Twitter collective on Sydney Sweeney. And our bump was Dan Campbell and the NFL Super Bowl logo conspiracy theorists. This just popped in my head when I was talking about this. Was this year the most annoying NFL season of our lifetime?
Awful. Oh my God, dude. I was waiting
just
for it to be over.
so draining and
Oh my
annoying.
God. It was awful. I
Like,
did not enjoy any of it. And
at
I
all.
had it on both sides. I had a reason to cheer and a reason to say this.
Same.
And I don't care. I like the Patriots wanted me to made me want to gouge my eyes out every week. And the fact that I talk about them every week for the Gillette Gazette was even worse. It was nice to come in here and talk about another football team, but then
That
you
made
guys
me want to
started,
gouge my
yeah,
eyeballs
then
out.
we started to suck. And you guys were, I was bringing in the sucky vibes, and then apparently I brought in even more sucky vibes by bringing in the line. Like it was just, it felt like it legitimately felt like a TV show. Like it felt like I was watching a weekly episodic show of the NFL with all the storylines and whatnot. That it got to the point that where we're at now, it feels expected.
Like, I'm so relieved that
Oh my
football
God.
season is over.
I know, dude.
Like, it
Now
was such a
yeah.
slog and a grind. Like,
Oh my God.
I haven't felt this way since 2021, which was also a slog and a grind for me for a number of reasons. But man, this football season was rough.
Awful.
And I'm just glad that, like, we can take a nice breath and chill out and not have to worry about football until free agency. Because when it all boils down, the Super Bowl does not matter to either one of us or anybody at this company, which is nice. And we can all just relax. And our next big thing that we tackle is podcast anniversary coming up in about a week.
Nice.
We've got Up to Something season to worry about, which is going to be a blast. The Woodard Dogs are playing for a trophy in February down at the St. James in Virginia for a championship series. Go Dogs, roll Dogs. So that's another thing we can get hyped for Philadelphia. Let's get behind the Dogs.
You guys are hosting the Super Bowl of wrestling.
Well, even before we get there, we've still got a very quality Sixers and Flyers season going on.
True.
And we're like effectively like a month and a half away from March Madness.
Dude, I just realized this. I think with my work schedule now and how things are panning out, you know how it's like, oh, I'll take the day off and I'll March Madness everything. Don't the games start at like 2 anyways?
At noon. Noon is the first game on the Thursday, which here is a public service announcement.
Well, I mean, I could just slip a
PSA to everybody out there. We're as I say this on January 29th, 2024. This is your time. This is your moment right now to go into work this week and take off the following dates from your day job so that you can thank me in about a month and a half and feel phenomenal that you did this. Okay? I'm going to pull up the exact dates.
Yes.
So that you have them. Public service announcement. Here we go. So, okay, it's a little bit later this year. So we're about like 2 months away. Go into work today, January 29th, 2024, and request off March 21st and March 22nd. You will thank me later.
Yeah,
Take off those first 2 days of the tournament.
Just do it. Just do
Because
it. Okay, you'll be happier.
we all know that first weekend is one of the most enjoyable weekends in all of sports. Hands down, it is one of the most enjoyable weekends in any sport, any dates on the calendar. The first weekend of March Madness is so much fucking fun. You got your bracket out. You got multiple screens up. You're following along on your phone. Following along on social media. You're just locked in. Like, take off the Thursday and Friday of March Madness from your day job. You'll thank me later.
You'll do it. Thursday, Friday, you want to do it. All right. Then that's a 4-day weekend in March. You
don't get those.
You don't get those. And with how far in advance you're going to be doing this, you can make up anything. Okay. If you just don't want to play that politicking game at the office and try to explain, or they don't get it, you can make up any excuse right now. Oh, it's my daughter's birthday. We're going here. I got family. I'm traveling. I got family coming in town and I need to keep them up. The lies go on and on. You just need one. You message the champ.
I'm not gonna lie. It's just an alibi.
That's good wordplay. That's great wordplay.
March 21st and March 22nd. This is a public service announcement to everybody out there. As I say this on January 29th, almost 2 months in advance, go into your day job today and request off Thursday, March 21st and Friday, March 22nd. You will thank Underground Sports Philadelphia later. Do it. Like, do yourself a favor. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. I pulled up the March Madness dates, though. The NCAA tournament dates. Selection Sunday is March 17th.
Oh.
Which we will have a live stream.
Whoa. You're telling me that Sunday is St. Patrick's Day this year?
Yes.
So the St. Patrick's Day parade in Southie is always the Sunday before St. Patrick's Day. We're gonna have it on St. That is like an equinox up here, and I have Mondays off.
We will have a live stream for Selection Sunday for everybody out there.
Oh man, I will be.
Here's the interesting part, Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be in town for the Final Four and the championship.
No way. It's the same night. It's WrestleMania weekend.
Saturday, April 6th is the Final Four. And then the NCAA championship game is Monday, April 8th.
Well, I will be at the Link and Wells Fargo Center for both those days. I'm going to be a Philadelphian, and we are going to two of your meccas in the Link and the Wells Fargo. I'm so fucking excited. I can't wait to be a Philadelphian for a couple days, like a week. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be good shit.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. We got a lot coming up. Plus, our live tailgate podcast is coming back Saturday, March 30th. Don't miss it. Be live at the Link. Phil's Braves. Saturday, March 30th. We'll be in the lots. It's going to be a doozy of a time. I'm excited for that as well. Plus, we've had a bunch of people asking if we would do more. And I brought this up on Wednesday. Probably going to do one on Monday, June 3rd for Reese Hoskins' return to Philadelphia.
I think you have to.
So we might have a whole tour schedule of games that we're going to be live podcasting for. So stay tuned for that, folks. That's all we got for this one. It's been a doozy of an episode. Make sure you guys are following us on the socials at Underground PHI, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Threads at Underground PHI, Facebook.com/Underground Sports PHI. Shout out to the first 1,000 followers on the Instagram page. It's been a long time coming for that to get there. We're only getting started over there. So keep it pushing. Let's cheers to the next 1,000 and beyond. Let's keep it moving and grooving over on Instagram. Follow Pitsy on Twitter at Pat_Pitts and at Pitsy35 on Instagram and Threads. Follow me on Twitter at KBIZZL311 and on Instagram and Threads at KBIZZLE11. Subscribe to the podcast feed on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. Leave a 5-star rating and review. Goes a long way for helping this show continue to grow. Let's make big strides in helping the audio version of this show keep on pushing. And, of course, subscribe to the Underground Sports Philadelphia YouTube channel, youtube.com/@UndergroundSportsPhiladelphia. It's where you get full video episodes of this show twice a week, full video episodes of every show on our network, live streams, shorts, clips, original video content, you name it, it's on our YouTube channel. We're at 729 subscribers. Let's get to 750 before the end of the month. We got a couple days left. Let's go into February strong and keep this road to 1K pushing. And make Social Blade look like absolute clowns. It's a website that tracks like your social media growth, and they're saying we're not going to hit 1,000 subscribers until like the end of the year.
Don't do that. No, let's beat the odds. Beat the odds.
Just like we have on Instagram. They said we weren't going to hit 1,000 subscribers for like 2 years.
What?
1,000 followers.
What? Not this
More
year.
followers.
What?
Wide.
What?
Keep following. Wide.
What?
Pitsy's going to be here in a couple months. Wide.
What? Mike, I think I have to do the Rocky steps.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
we should-
110%
Dude,
will be doing the Rocky steps.
Can we do a video? You do a video of me running the Rocky steps to the Rocky song?
You 1,000,000,000% are running the Rocky steps when you're here.
Oh my god, that would be so funny. Our emotion. Can we get like people just run? Oh, it'd be great.
You're
It'd be great.
110% doing that. Let's go. Stay tuned for that and a whole lot more. Make sure you get your merch, phiapparel.co, code underground for 10% off. And, of course, this show is presented by the City of Vineland, and whether you're a company looking to expand, relocate, or you're a new business startup, selecting the right location is critical to your success. Vineland, New Jersey offers both an affordable business location and an excellent quality of life. The city's Economic Development Department is a one-stop source for moving your project through the development and approval process. And their goal is to make this process as smooth as possible and to provide the fastest turnaround times in the region. If you're considering potential locations for your operation, contact the Vineland Economic Development Team at 856-794-4100. That's 856-794-4100. Vineland, New Jersey, where it's always growing season. And big thank you to Security 21 Security Systems and Paul J. Gillespie Incorporated for their continued support of this podcast. It's been episode number 607 of Underground Sports Philadelphia. For Pitsy, I'm KB. Let's head into positive vibes baseball season, everybody, because that's where we are. And, of course, let's go Sixers, let's go Flyers, let's go Water Dogs, and let's go Wings. We'll catch you guys Wednesday night for another episode of the pod, but until then, we're getting the heck up out of here, and we are signing off. Peace.